Hey guys, welcome back to Tetris Tuesdays at 10:04. I wanted to make sure I had everything just right this week because while we are still in a Mirrorsoft game here, for those of you that haven't tuned in, Mirrorsoft was this company that got the license to Tetris and just spit him out on everything possible. So we've done an Amstrad, we've done just a bunch of microcomputers, as might be pertinent this week, but also, you know, just anything under the sun. I've tried to play pretty much everything that's playable, and unless I find... So the Tetris wiki is down again. I should really... Do they have a donation? Oh, it's back up. Look at that. Hey, I should double check things. Amiga, Commodore, Amstrad PCW we did last week. I haven't decided if the MSX version is all that different from what we've done before. I want to say I watched a video and also the music is pretty similar, so we might skip the MSX version. I'm sorry if that was something that was on your list, which means next up we would do probably the Spectrum Holobyte DOS version. But this week we're doing the BBC Micro version, and I almost skipped this one too, to tell you the truth. It's a microcomputer I hadn't heard of before, so I guess it's up there with the Amstrad. Again, good old American me over here. Microcomputing was huge overseas, and it seems that the BBC got into it in a more educational sense, although from what I read, there was some controversy about the whole thing. But the BBC did subsidize, or at the very least went into some sort of an agreement with Acorn Computers, which I guess not terribly popular, but when this did make it over, I think it's called the Acorn Electron, the BBC Micro. So, but was wildly successful in the UK because it was the school computer. I'm curious if my first computer I remember was an Apple II in middle school. So I feel like those were maybe the ones that got that contract in the States or whatnot. But I'm curious, had I been attending school in the UK, if I would have been there early enough to run into a BBC Micro. I think so, because apparently there's still a few out there running to this day. So pretty fascinating. Again, you can go read the history on it. It's most of the history at hand here, considering, again, this is another MirrorSoft joint that they put out. The rules aren't going to be all that different. There's no music you're going to see, but there are sound effects, and this is part of the reason I did include this, that do something a little different than we've seen so far. So let's get to it. I am doing this by way of emulating an emulator once again. There was a version of this program, the VIII, I guess for Mac OS X at some point. We're on Mac OS now, so it's a little, not everything is compatible, and this program was one of those. So I'm emulating Windows through Parallels, which is emulating this VIII game. And I'd like to thank the people that make the emulators that I use. And in the past, I've just kind of said thanks to the good folks at VIII or whatever it is. This time, it looks like I can point to one guy in particular. And I talk about punk rock here and there on the show. This fellow, Dave Gilbert, that made the VIII, Dave Gilbert is punk rock. That dude knows what he's doing, and he's made a wonderful machine emulation of a machine here with the VIII. So let's go right to it. I've already got it set up. I do need to load the disk though. I tried to get everything. I try to learn the command line stuff as much as possible, even though it is, like it says right there, so basic that I probably should just already know it. But each, I've noticed, microcomputer is a little bit different, and there's not necessarily a whole lot of crossover. So we'll load the Tetris disk and see if I remember this correctly. If I want to see what's in there, asterisk period. Oh, I always forget the sound. This emulates some of the sound of the machine as well. So from here, I was hoping, to figure out, this is the other weird thing about this when trying to figure out the command line stuff. Not as easy as you'd think. Like, I feel like I'd look something up and it'd be like, this is the command line to run something. At the very least on the BBC Micro, I think there could be a reason, which is because to run something, there was actually a shortcut. It was just Shift F12, I believe, which we're going to try. Yeah, so I don't know what the command line is, but that's the shortcut, so we're going to take it. This is new. This is maybe the first tutorial we've necessarily seen, although Tetris, one of its strengths, don't always need a tutorial. Pretty self-explanatory. But if you could imagine a time where this hadn't been released thousands of times already and you weren't sure how to play it, you would probably be interested to know that a variety of differently shaped blocks fall one by one from the top of the screen. You can manipulate the shapes left, right, and rotate them before they land on the bottom of the playfield. The idea is to create horizontal lines of blocks across the playfield. When an unbroken line across is completed, it will disappear and any blocks above it will fall into the vacant area. Your aim is to create as many complete lines as possible. If you leave gaps, the playfield will fill up rapidly and leave you less room to maneuver. Also, if the pile of blocks reaches the top of the screen, the game ends. The show key displays the name of the next block that will fall after the one in play has landed. But, as always, if you check the little scoring rules here for the BBC Micro version, there's a score penalty. So we'll keep the next off so I can get as high a score as possible. Although you're going to see there is kind of a curveball with this one. Let's actually select the game. Is that sound going through? You got that? Who would start at 5? I guess maybe I should try that at some point, but we're going to keep everything equal here and start at 0. So look at the controls over there. They've, nope, really thrown a curveball with me. Rotate is on the space bar, and Z is hard drop. Well, that's not fun. Nope, that's the wrong one again. Okay, maybe that was a good idea though. Which is going to be an issue for me. Space bars rotate. All right. What are these pieces anyway? Apparently I could speed it up, which actually has been a thing for others as well. But I choose not to do that, obviously. Space Z. Jeez. Z. Maybe if I say it out loud. This is going to get real hairy when it starts going fast. But you see, not necessarily the most advanced version of Tetris here, but if you were at school on your school computer and the teacher was gone, you could do a lot worse. So the sound I was going to say, again, hopefully that's going through. On all of my tests, it went through. But the thing that's actually kind of interesting about it to me is that the tone is different, oh boy, depending on the height. So actually the higher you get, the tone does, oh, it looks like we might have reached a limit. Is that as high as that tone goes? Nope, it goes higher. I don't know, just seems like it adds a little bit of urgency there. Nope, no wall kicks. I had to scoot away to actually rotate that piece. Z is hard drop. Space bar is rotate. I can do this. Should have put that piece over here. Okay, good. I got another. Z. Z. Look at this tone going down. These aren't good. Don't enjoy this. Rotate. Rotate. I'm going to say rotate. This is really messing with me. I just got used to how these controls were. I wonder if it's a keyboard thing. I didn't take a real close look at the BBC Micro's keyboard. I wonder if that's why there's some... It's got to have a number pad, right? Where was it, I guess? Maybe it wasn't up top, if that was the idea with the control scheme before. Ooh, I almost hit Z. I really had to think about it. Nope, wrong one. Whatever, let's Spacebar. 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 I'm not being particular here either. I'm putting anything anywhere. Spacebar. That was hard. This is not going to last long once it starts really moving here. Which I think we just leveled up. Yeah, level 2. Nope, that was rotate. I'm just noticing now. Oh, nope, that was the wrong one. The axis on which the T-piece rotates actually seems different. Am I just now noticing this? Actually, it might be for all pieces. This is going to get real ugly real quick. Spacebar. Maybe I should just give up hard dropping. That's what I'm going to have to do, honestly. All right. I'm not hard dropping anymore. Am I still, what's my score like? Oh, I got 1 point for that, so. You definitely get more points for hard dropping still. Why did I go that way? I don't know if we're gonna get a Tetris out of this one, out of this game. I mean, might gain some ground back here though. Nope. It worked out. Nope. Just, yeah, we're spacebar and directionals. That's all we're doing. Simplifying our lives. I say as I hard drop it. It's all right. It's okay. I'm getting it. Gosh dang it. Did it? Spacebar. See? That's horrifying. Nope, couldn't kick out. Ooh, it's higher. This is just a practice run. Oh, look at that. Game over at the second to last line up there. I wonder if that's actually a smaller playing field or if they just put the border up higher. Either way, not going out on that one. Even though I'm still first place. Ryan. You don't have to put on that red dress. Once more, you know it. Starting at 0. Okay, Z spacebar. Z spacebar. What's up with the S pieces right off the bat? There's no way I don't do better than that, right? Especially if I can get this there's still like hesitation. I still have to think about it for a second. Spacebar to rotate. Spacebar to rotate. I was going to say let's go for a Tetris, but obviously I've already ruined that. No! Okay. No, still not quite, actually. All right. This is the one. One Tetris for you. The line is going to come and I'm not going to have... Oh, I did it. So by this, 2 Tetrises in a row. If I can, I can't. Could not remember the rotation button fast enough. Okay, spacebar. That time I got it. So yeah, by these sound effects, getting a Tetris not that impressive because it's just the low tone. Space bars rotate. Now we gotta gain ground here. Nope, there we go. Wow, getting like all the lines I need for this one. Oh, let's try not to cover one of my gaps already. Ooh, almost did not make that. Did not, in fact, make that one. That's okay. Yeah, BBC Micros out there. Why is the control scheme? I guess there's Mirrorsoft might be the only person that can answer that. Why did we switch keys? Wow. Maybe this isn't going to be better than the last one. I'm going to stop hard dropping. Nope. Spacebar. Just spacebar. Nope. Wrong way. Look at that. Perfect circle in the middle. This is art. Look at that. Oh, that time I did go all the way up. Well, I guess it would be game over on the second to last. No, except it wasn't, because I put that line piece on the right there, or the L piece on the right there. Interesting. Why was it game over the first time? Because not good. One more. Yeah, see, I didn't even beat. I guess I should start Ryan second. Ryan. What is going on with this? Ryan 2. Nope, doesn't like numbers at all. Can't. Ryan 2. Ooh. Once more. Indeed. Gotta hard drop it for the score. That's the sad truth. Maybe if I just always press the space bar, whether I need to rotate or not, that'll get me in the habit. Just like I did not do. I always come up with ideas and immediately not do them. Again, by these rules, there's no points bonus for Tetris, so there's really no reason for me to set myself up for one strategically. But there is a good reason to learn the buttons. Trying to go too fast now. Spacebar. Not going out like this. And I thought about it too. I was like really thinking about it. Spacebar. Z. Spacebar. Z. Spacebar. Z. No. Spacebar. Z. Spacebar. Z. Oh boy, go over there. Spacebar, Z, Z. Oh, come on. Check the tapes. I get progressively worse, right? Like I didn't, actually no, I feel like I did get higher scores the longer I went last time. Oh, that's good enough, I'll take it. Z, spacebar, Z, doesn't matter, Z, spacebar, Z. Spacebar, Z. All right, now we really need a line. Spacebar, Z, Z. Spacebar, almost hit Z. Spacebar, Z. All right, now we're talking spacebar. 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 Is this annoying yet? Spacebar. 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 That was not the correct piece. Neither is that. Neither is that. Nope. All right. Nope, not where I wanted. This is the worst one. There is no way. The BBC Micro, everybody. The one you've been waiting for. No, it's fine. I'm upset because I'm not good at Tetris. The BBC Micro. Ryan and the 3. Once more, no thank you. So, either way, Tetris is fun, right? Isn't that what we're here for? Come back next week for, again, I think, unless I get a wild hair and we decide to do the MSX version, we will be doing the Spectrum Holobyte DOS version. So that we've done a DOS version, but it was the one that Alexei went out and like had his friend do. This is like Mirsoft or Spectrum Holobyte, and I need to bone up on the relationship between those two companies. This is them making like the real commercial version, which I actually love the look of. So come back and check it out for sure. Also, hang out on the channel. There's, if you haven't partaken, plenty to partake of, but also should be a new cinematic this week for Jackie Chan's The Protector, and a patron-only video I think I'm going to put out as well that will be older school related, which is another series I'm doing, more skateboard focused. But I've got the tech I need for it, but wasn't completely happy with how it came out. So I've constructed a new rig of sorts that I don't think needs a full-on official video on YouTube, but will get a Patreon bonus. So if that's something you're interested in, go to Patreon. Check it out. Please contribute. I need help doing this, if you think I should. So either way, I'll be back next week at 10 on Tuesdays with the Tetris.